So back to the feet, we've learned about the Barefoot professor, and that's a video that Isaac shared with me. That's on YouTube. It's got a lot of hits. He's a Daniel Lieberman at Harvard, and he's a barefoot runner. He's got cultural anthropology or biochemical, I forget his degree, but he's the Barefoot professor, and he's got a nice video that shows you that the heel first landing, which I used to think was like creating a tire out of our foot and a rolling, is actually the stop and impact of the foot, and the entire body reacts to that with a jarring sensation versus landing on the forefoot creates the proper absorbing of that blow and propels you into the next stride. So how old were you, or how long ago did you learn about the forefoot landing and that type of physical property?
Forefoot landing, and let's see, it's probably about 12 years ago that I learned about it, but it was through the Rolf work that I learned about it. And Dr. Rolf, she always talked about when the foot hits the ground, it should come down and make more of a plop. It shouldn't hit on the forefoot or the heel, because it's the proper use of the arch to actually kind of the foot to plop on the ground, just the way the foot comes down. Because as the foot comes down and plops on the ground, your weight shifts over the arch, and then it presses down on the arch, and then it springs you out of it.
So are you still with that thinking, or are you more of the forefoot and then heel, forefoot to heel, that the barefoot running movement has reigned, has prescribed?
I think proper barefoot running, in my opinion, I haven't sustained any injuries whatsoever, and I subscribe to my foot plopping down straight.
So that's what you're doing right now?
That's what I do.
Okay.
I've come across many barefoot runners who hit the ground too much on the forefoot, and they end up with some plantar fasciitis, or they end up with
I'm raising my hand.
stress fractures.
It's not fun. You don't want to get plantar fasciitis. I was cooking along doing 6 miles at age 48, really doing well with my running. My cardio is tremendous. I do a workout after 5 miles. I thought everything was great, and the next morning I woke up and I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't put my feet on the ground. I was in so much pain. You do not want plantar fasciitis. It may be chronic. It's in there. The tissue has memory. Do you think it's chronic?
No.
No? Okay. Well, that's good news. I'll be coming to see Isaac for some plantar fasciitis help very soon. So the barefoot running, the limited sole, the Vibrams, and then back to shoes. Let's say your job requires you to wear something like this, or in a women's case, they say heels for this type of job, like some of the shishi type jobs, real estate, working in the corporate world, they may say heels are what we want in public relations. So what can you do with shoes and posture to make it less detrimental to us?
Well, if they're requiring you to wear heels, I would call that sexual harassment. But there's a lot of resources out there now. That there's barefoot dress shoes now that you can get. I think that there's the primal athlete, or I can't remember that there's I saw a really nice pair, and then lens shoes. There's a lot of options out there if you just type in barefoot shoes. Vivo Barefoot, I think, has some really nice dress shoe options for you to have shoes that function.
Do heels, in your opinion, ever help people with certain postures?
No.
No. That's what I've always believed, but I have people that are very close to me that wear heels because they've been told, they like the look of them, but they've also been told that they're good for their particular posture. You're not in agreement with that?
No.
And what's the reason?
Because it tends to cause uneven spinal distribution throughout the body, and it causes the lower legs and the back of the legs to become extremely tight because you're on the heels, and it creates that nice legs that women like so much, but they pay for it.
Is that because the calf is overcompensating?
Correct, because all the work's on the calf. So yeah, it creates that nice leg, so to speak, but you can create that through proper exercise at half an hour a day, 5 days a week.